In the next set of video tutorials, you can learn how to place dimension lines, create sections, create labels, generate reports, and create layouts. At the beginning, let's place some dimension lines manually, and in the next few video tutorials, you can see different types of dimension line placement. Dimension lines can be placed in the same drawing file as architectural elements. If you want, you can also separate them to different drawing files. In the Label tab, go to Dimension Line command. Note that the options for Associative and Auto Detect are on, meaning that the dimension line will adjust to the model changes. Dimension line can be horizontal, vertical, angle, and direct. Only one option can be activated here. Open the properties. In the arrowhead section, you can change the size and type of the symbol. Set the size to 2 mm and choose the desired type from the list. For now, choose the short slash. In the Advanced section, you can turn on or off the dimension line and text instead of dimension text for equal sections option. For elements that are forming a dimension line content, you can leave active Same for all elements, pen line color. This means that all elements will have the same layer properties. Or you can choose a different layer option for each of the elements here. In the lower part, there are 3 tabs. In the Text tab, option Same for all texts is also active, meaning all text will have the same properties, font, size, etc. And here you can set font, text height, bold, italic, underline options for dimension text, component height, and additional text. Below are options: check text direction, apply fill to dimension text so that the fills, hatchings, or patterns of the wall elements are cropped behind the dimension line label, or display numbers and text upside down. In this box, you can enter 1 mm for offset of label to dimension line in millimeters inches. This simply represents the distance from the label to the dimension line. And lastly, in the right corner of the window, you can set the position of the text. This refers to the position of the text relative to the dimension line. This is defined by choosing a desired standard. Choose the one you want and move to the Dimension Text tab. Here, you can define the dimension text unit from the drop-down menu, round off value in millimeters, the number of decimal places, and number of trailing zeros. You can also activate the option for exponent format so that 0.5 is shown in the exponent of the numbers. On the right side, you can enter dimension text prefix or suffix. In the Input Options tab, you have different options for extension lines. You can choose the predefined length if you want. The most important setting here is the offset between dimension lines in millimeters or inches on paper. Leave it at 9 mm. Here you can also access the options referring to dimension lines in General Alpan options. You can save all these settings as your favorites. Define the file name and save your favorites in the desired folder, so next time you can load your favorite settings. Now confirm everything with OK button. Switch to vertical dimension line. First step is to click point through which the dimension line will be placed. You can also enter it as predefined length of 300 cm in the command line from the wall edge. Just hover the mouse over the edge point and move the mouse cursor a little bit to the right. Then input 300 cm in the command line. Second step is to click on all the reference points that need to be dimensioned. On first dimension line, you can dimension the insulation and walls. When you are done with dimensioning, click the Escape key for ending the drawing of the first dimension line. For defining the second dimension line, first you need to define the direction of the 9 mm offset between the dimension lines. Approach the first dimension line and wait for red arrow to appear. Then confirm the position of the second dimension line with the left mouse click. This red arrow is at offset of 9 mm from the first dimension line, as you defined in the dimension line properties. On second dimension line, you can dimension all the openings. Repeat the process for the third dimension and dimension the total length of the building. Press Escape when you are done. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video tutorial.